Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne, and this is just going to be a short video with some truth in it. It's called Harlots, Prostitutes, Escorts will drive you to hunger. And I was reading my Bible today, and it came across came across a verse that made me laugh, and not laugh in a good way, laugh in a way that I truly understand. Uh, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26, written by Solomon, which is King David's son, and Proverbs is one of the wisest books in the Bible, and it's the wisest book in the Bible. And Solomon was said to be the wisest man who's lived on earth outside of Jesus. And so Proverbs 6, verse 26 says, For by means of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread. Um, I want to speak to all those people out there who have been the client of a prostitute. I want to talk to all the men out there who have got an addiction to escorts, an addiction to prostitutes. I started with prostitutes and I ended up with escorts. And the last sort of escort I used to see was $650 for an hour, and that's certainly a lot of money to spend. And and an addiction to prostitutes can be a very soul destroying life, and it can take a fortune. My two brothers and sister bought their own property, bought their own house, and I never had the money. I never had money all of my life. I haven't had money, and it's because these harlots have been reducing me to a crust of bread. I learned many years ago there's a cereal of shredded wheat that you can buy in Australia, and you can live pretty cheaply just eating that with milk and sugar. And I learned many years ago that I could live for 4 or 5 days just on that cereal. And many times, just a half an hour with a prostitute led me to eat poor for 5 days and have no money. And my sister knew that I had an addiction to prostitutes, and she said to my mum that Scripture says you shouldn't even eat at the same table with a sinner like that, and she was hinting to my mum that I shouldn't come home for Christmas and have a Christmas meal because I was in committing adultery. And I thought that was a bit harsh, but my mum said, "He's my son. What else can I do?" And so I want to share with you that if you have an addiction to prostitutes, if you have an addiction to escorts or harlots, like they said in the Bible, I understand your plight and I understand what you've been involved in, and I truly sympathize with you. It's a very hard addiction to break. I haven't got any answers for you. I've struggled myself most of my life with this addiction, and I'm starting to get some freedom now. God bless you, and I look forward to your comments.